Okay, welcome to another episode of the Geek Master, where we love all things geek more than Master Roshi loves voluptuous women. I'm your host, Cassius Samuels, and today I'm going to give you my reaction to the early Christmas present that we got from Marvel yesterday in the form of the Civil War trailer that we have been anticipating for months now. So, jumping right in, the trailer opens up with the same scene from the post-credits of Ant-Man that we saw with Bucky trapped in some kind of vice grip as he exchanges dialogue with Captain America, who's backed up by his homie Falcon, aka the douche nozzle who dissed Man of Steel. Cracks me up too because Bucky is obviously going through some shit and these guys are standing over him like, let's play 21 questions. It was hilarious. Apparently, the only people standing between Bucky and the US government, I'm assuming, is Captain America and his buddy Falcon. And we get a pretty good shots of a lot of people clad in black uniforms waving guns coming to take him out. From there we get some shots of a new Avengers building that looks like it's fully operational as far as being the base of operations, but it kind of looked like a glorified YMCA to me. Had me wondering if they had a pool inside and how much memberships were for a minute. From there we see Thunderbolt Ross as he makes his return to the MCU and looks to have been elevated in status beyond his military ranking of general. And he looks just as smug as ever, which means he will probably come off as a good antagonist for the flick. Granted, he probably won't be the central antagonist of the movie, but from the trailer I think it's apparent he will be playing an antagonistic role in some capacity. So look out for that. Funny shit to me was when they show the scene with Ross talking shit to Cap about some people thinking that he's a hero, some people calling him a vigilante, and then Ross slides some documents over that I assume have to do with some new policies the US government wants to enforce on superheroes due to the fallout from Avengers 2. And Cap just blows the whole thing off nonchalantly like, man, miss me with that bullshit, Ross. We did our jobs. We saved lives, bro. I'm not signing shit up in here. Fuck your laws. And that shit's so gangster to me, and that's one of the reasons that I love this cinematic version of Captain America, because he reminds me of an anarchist so much, and I can really relate to that. However, the trailer caught my full attention when Black Panther showed up out of nowhere though. The Black Panther money shot was priceless and his suit looked fucking phenomenal to me. I was kinda worried about it when I first saw the set pics a while back, but it looked totally badass in this trailer. And you know, because I have the inappropriate sense of humor of an asshole who has the mental maturity of a 6-year-old, you know I had to laugh out loud when I realized, like, damn, there's supposed to be like 3 black characters in this movie and playing major roles at that, like big ups. And then I see a shot of War Machine laid out on the ground with his head in Tony's lap looking dead with no arc reactor in his suit, and I'm like, see? Disney pulling another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. killing off all the brothers because they know there was getting to be too many taking up screen time. Nah, in all seriousness though, I was shocked at the potential implications of this shot because to me it signifies that things are going to escalate to a point that lines that can't be uncrossed are going to get crossed in very dramatic fashion. I'm also wondering if Bucky is the one who pulled out War Machine's arc reactor, since we see him attempting to rip Tony's out in another frame earlier in the trailer. I'm glad to see the trailer wasn't shy showing off a couple glimpses at some action scenes, as we got a couple good looks at Team Cap going up against Team Iron Man. I wasn't blown away by any of these frames though, because it really seems like an underwhelming roster for an event titled Civil War to me. The Civil War comic had a lot of flaws and a lot of shortcomings in my opinion, despite it being one of Marvel's most popular events. But one thing it did deliver on was a lot of big names of some heavyweight heroes who were going to war with each other. So far this ensemble of heroes just isn't getting me as hyped as it should be, but with that being said, I'm still pretty amped for it all to go down though. I can't even lie though, I did get kinda hyped up with the scene featuring Bucky and Cap jumping Iron Man and giving him the biz. It looked like Tony was holding his own out there, but make no mistake, he was getting his ass whooped with Bucky and Iron and Captain America passing the shield back and forth, just taking turns, just getting in him like wop 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 wop. So definitely amped to see that fight go down. Some things that turned me off in this trailer was the overall tone seems to be about 2 grown-ass men whining and bickering about hurt feelings because Steve is choosing his friendship with Bucky over his superhero friendship with Tony. I think this tone sets up a kind of melodramatic atmosphere for the whole movie, and it takes the focus off what the real problem behind this so-called Civil War is. Instead of this being about superheroes being forced to work for the government, it's more like the movie is about Cap going rogue to protect Bucky and Tony's hurt feelings. I'm also kind of disappointed that the movie does not seem to be focusing on the Superhero Registration Act as a key focal point for the premise. but I understand that the movie seems to only be drawing inspiration from the Civil War comic and not fully adapting it, so I guess I'll just run with it and see where it goes for now, but that did kind of disappoint me. I find it very hilarious in a hypocritical way though, that Tony is once again pro-government in this event, despite the numerous times he refused to work with the government in the MCU, most notably in Iron Man 2, when he refused to share his Iron Man technology with the US government because he didn't trust them. I also find it even more hilarious that he has the nerve to pontificate to Captain America about heroes accepting limitations so they don't turn into bad guys and all that, after he is the one who almost got the world destroyed by building Ultron in secret. So I guess horrible characterization will be something that this movie and the comic hold in common after all. But whatever, I'm over it. All in all, I thought it was a pretty decent trailer though. I'm not as excited for this movie as I am for Dawn of Justice, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. So far, Captain America is my favorite character in the MCU so far, and as long as this movie lives up to The Winter Soldier, I think the movie will be a success. I think I'm just disappointed I didn't get to see Spider-Man. I would have been a lot more excited if they would have showed us just a glimpse of Spider-Man in action, but I understand why they didn't, and that it's unlikely to happen until we get closer to May, because studios gotta keep something up their sleeve, right? But what did you guys think? Are you more excited about this movie now that you've seen the teaser, or are you still not impressed? Whose side are you on as far as Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Leave your comments down below and let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to drop a like on the video so you can pump my head up with a little instant gratification. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all my videos. And follow me on Facebook at The Geek Master. With that being said, I'm out this bitch. Enjoy your day. Peace out, bitches.